Hey guys, Dax here again with a couple of tips on how to make your Tron figures look a little bit better than they do from the package. Easy, head swaps. Hello Sam. This is your Sam Flynn as you get him from the package, where he's a little bit tweaked right now, but as far as head swaps go, what I did is I took my Sam figure and yanked the head off the figure. No mercy. And actually replaced it with this. This is an Anakin Skywalker from episode 2 or 3, actually 2. Episode 2 Anakin, as you can see, he's still got the little ponytail. I gotta sand that off and sort of like fix the back of it when I'm done with it. But the face is actually pretty cool. There's not gonna be any such thing as an accurate face for the actor that plays Sam in the film, because there's no figure on this scale for that character. But as far as this goes, I just dremeled the bottom of it a little bit, put a little bit of some hot glue on it, allowed it to cool, popped it right in, and now this goes on and off very easily, and I can switch it with the helmet head. In the end, this is what you get. He looks pretty cool. Sure, you have to take care of the ponytail in the end, but nonetheless, looks a heck of a lot better in my opinion. Now keep in mind you can do this to the rest of the figures as well. Now for Clue, I'm going to use a custom head that I got from a website, and until I get this done I'm not going to show it to you, but I'll tell you which head I'm using in a couple of seconds. As far as Kevin Flynn, what I did is I used, as you can see, the Obi-Wan from episode 2. Now there's a couple of versions out there. You know, the episode 3 ones have the shorter hair and the bigger beard. Episode 2 is actually quite good for this. I used a juvenile looking one, but you can go for one of the mature head sculpts, and actually same deal. You just dremel the bottom of it and put some super glue on it, and on it goes. You still get the mobility, you get to pop it on and off, you can replace the original head if you want to, but as far as I'm concerned, this looks a little bit better than it did coming out of the package. Second tip for Tron figures, you want to make them look a little bit better than they do from the package. Here's what you get when you get Rinsler from the pack. Now this is the way most of them look. You get the black figure and they have all these little details from the light ups. You see Rinsler, of course, he lights up an orangey red color. Looks very nice when it's lit up. Very cool. And when it's not, you have all these little accents that match the light up parts. For where, you know, the light is not going to cover the entire suit, so it still looks pretty badass. See, you get the little details front and back. What I did is that in order to avoid this, since the suit is supposed to always look like that instead of like this will be the way it should look all the time. What I did was I actually grabbed my Rinsler, not my Rinsler, actually I haven't done anything to this is the way it looks from the package, but what I did is I grabbed Sam and Clue and I gave him a little bit of a paint treatment as shown there. Come on forth here, let's see. These guys look a lot better than they did when they came out of the package. Now, if you got your figures on hand, go get them and compare. Freeze frame them and see that they don't look the same. I also added a couple of details, like for example, if you go around the discs, this is the way they would normally look. Very plain. Get a fine tip brush and you see the difference? It's actually a big difference with a little bit of paint. But here's the cool part. When you do it to figures like this, now Sam on his on this version of the figure, you know that these two lines and the one in the center, they're blacked out, because then again they look like that when they're lit off. When you light them up, they look very crisp and clean and the light really comes through. But when they're lit off, which is, you know, basically most of the time when you display your figures, unless you like to hit the button and just look at them, they're gonna look a little bit off. And if you're gonna go through the trouble of adding a little bit of personality to this guy by giving him a face to look at instead of that helmet, you might as well just color the other parts of him that are supposed to be, you know, lit up all the time. Now what I did is I used flat paint, flat white paint, and I just colored in the spots where he's supposed to be lit up all the time, including the back. Now you may think that this might cover the light up feature, where you're wrong, and I'm going to show you that in a couple of seconds. The same thing happened with Clue. With Clue, not only did I did the detailing, I also went through most of the figure in order to give it a more uniform look. But as far as the front, I had to color these two lines and all the little details. They were actually rather easy to do. If you water down the paint will just go in all the little nooks and crannies, and you can just rub your finger like that and take the excess off. And it'll just come out like that. Trust me, it's doable. Try it. You won't regret it. See? Nothing to them. They look perfect just the way they did before the paint got on them. This is how Rinsler looks, and his paint hasn't been applied yet, and this is how bright he shines. And this is how bright Clue shines. As you can see, there's virtually no loss in the sheen of the light up feature. Look at that glow. And Sam, of course, being a show-off. He looks very awesome. So there you have it. These are the figures after they actually undergone a little bit of a paint job. They look really cool. You don't damage anything, and they actually, it adds up a lot of character to these figures. This does not look good. There you go. Hope you like this tip. Hope you actually do the head swaps and the paint apps. Post some video responses or post some pictures or send me some sort of email. Let me know how this worked out for you. If you want more tips, just stay tuned. More will be to come. See ya. Oh yeah, Tron. Give it to him, Tron. Give it to him.
Yeah, give it to him.